All right, so yesterday we looked at multiplying binomials and we talked about using a graphic organizer to do so. We're going to continue to look at binomials today, but we're going to look at special products of binomials. So we're on lesson 25-2. We're going to start with number 1, and I'm going to ask you to find the product of each set of binomials. You may absolutely use the graphic organizer if it helps you. I'll model the first one for you in case you forgot. So you write your first binomial up at the top, and then you write your second one on the side, and you multiply together. So x times x is x squared, x times 1 is 1x, x times negative 1 is negative 1x, and 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. You then write your products as a list and simplify if necessary. These cancel, and I'm left with negative 1. So go ahead and do that for the 3 remaining binomial products. If you get done before I have time, or before I ask for time, go ahead and answer question 2 as well. Down below, describe any patterns that you notice in the binomials and their products. All right, so if you've finished hopefully these 4 questions, you'll notice that as you're simplifying, something is happening every time. I'm able to cross out the 2 center terms in each example. And why is that? Well, we have what we call special products. These are called the difference of 2 squares, meaning this factor, x plus 1, and this factor, x minus 1, produces a 0 pair of x's, resulting in just a squared minus b squared. A squared minus b squared. A squared minus b squared. What do I mean by that? Well, when we have 2 binomials in the form of a plus b and a minus b, the end result is going to be a squared minus b squared. If they're exactly the opposites, so a and negative b and positive b, our result is the difference of squares, or a squared minus b squared. That's the generic form. And you'll see that down in number 3. So the product of binomials in the form of a plus b and a minus b has a special pattern called the difference of two squares. Using the pattern you found in item 1 and 2, explain how to find the product of a plus b times a minus b. And we talked about that. A squared, so we have an ab and a negative ab and a negative b squared. Basically, these two center terms are going to always cancel each other out, leaving a squared minus b squared. And that's a really nice pattern or special product to know. So the two center terms will always cancel. So let's look at some more examples. On page 377 at the top, without doing a box, excuse me, not box. Sorry, I'm mixed up here. Sometimes we're going to have the same factor, so x plus 1 times x plus 1. Let's look and see what that looks like. I'm going to do one just over here in the column. I'll do the first one. And we'll talk about the pattern we notice once we do one. Maybe you need to do more than one. If you are ahead of me or you want to keep going until I finish, you may do so. So when the factors are one, or the same, excuse me. That's a 2. So our product of x plus 1 squared was x squared plus 2x plus 1. Go ahead and do some more examples here. I'll give you a few minutes to do those. And answer question 5.